Good morning, my busy bees. You're now listening to the Morning Buzz here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I am your host, Lara Ziccardi, and I have so many lovely people in studio joining me today. I have my co-host, Amanda Gaudiosi, my segment host, Nicole Passaro, our sportscaster, Ben Tomaszewski, and Kendra Guerrero. Thank you guys so much for joining me on this beautiful Friday morning. To give you a little time check, it is currently 7:02 and we have a great show for you planned today. We're going to be talking about Hurricane Ian. We're also going to be talking about the education department for the U.S. Because we're hearing more news about student loan relief, you guys, and we're also going to be talking about daylight savings because when I heard this news back in the spring where it was going away, I might have been bamboozled. But you guys are going to have to stay tuned for that one. But without further ado, Kangela, we have a newscast.
Hello. Good morning, everyone. I'm Kendra Guerrero, and this is WMSC News. So for our top story today, Cuba battling the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. Sources from the country's electricity providers state that the entire island is currently experiencing a power outage due to infrastructure damage. The hurricane made landfall in Cuba around 4:30 a.m. on Tuesday, just southwest of La Coloma, affecting civilians all across the island. We send our prayers to the people of Cuba as they overcome this natural disaster. And in national news today, a father and son duo are charged with murder in the fatal shooting of rapper PNB Rock. An FBI-led fugitive task force took the 17-year-old into custody on Tuesday, following father Freddie Lee Trone into custody around 1 p.m. yesterday. Trone and his son have both been charged with 1 count of murder, 2 counts of second-degree robbery, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit robbery. PNB Rock was gunned down on September 30th at Los Angeles restaurant while eating with his girlfriend. Rock was best known for his 2016 hit Selfish and for making guest appearances on other artists' songs. And in local news today, you guys, a new Netflix production facility may be coming to New Jersey, which sounds pretty cool. Redevelopment officials could soon announce if Netflix has won the right to set up a production complex of 292 acres in Monmouth County. But not everyone is excited about Hollywood Lights coming to the Garden State. An anonymous online group called No to Netflix believes a production studio would negatively impact the quality of life and the redevelopment of Fort Monmouth. The group has already received 47 requests for No to Netflix lawn signs, while nearby residents appeared unconcerned about the state-of-the-art facility and are excited to see the attraction it could become for Netflix fans. And now for your weather report. We're starting off our day today with some gloomy skies and 50 degrees right about now with a humidity of 55%. We're expecting cloudy skies all day today, but make sure to keep an umbrella in handy just in case we get a surprise from our Mother Nature. For WMSC News, I'm Kendra Guerrero. Back to you, Lara.
That was the cute. Like, you could tell me the worst news ever, Kendall, and I'll be happy. Because I don't know why, when you were reading that, I just felt like that. I felt as happy as a little clam. I'm like, this is so good.
That was so good. As you were reading that, good first newscast.
Thank
really.
you so much, you guys. I'm feeling the love.
I'm rating it a 10 out of 10. That was great. That was perfect. I don't think I'd change a thing. TBH.
Same, yeah.
Thank you so much.
But speaking of that, like, fall weather, before we get into sports, we're talking about that fall weather really quick. You guys, I love fall so much. Like, I just love fall. And for those of you who are watching on Facebook, hi Facebook, you may see that most of the we're wearing some flannels because it's Flannel Friday.
Flannel Friday.
Kendra is with us in
Repping
spirit.
the fall.
yes, I'm here in spirit, and I will be prepared for the next Flannel Friday.
You have the turtleneck.
Yeah.
It's okay. It's okay. You're still
good.
you're still in our fall theme.
Definitely.
Yeah.
Okay.
I'm just last day of September. Guys, we can wake up tomorrow. September's almost over. I can't help it.
Wow. I can't believe it's already October.
Not yet.
Tomorrow. Yeah. Everyone's
Stop
like, it's
it.
October.
No.
Tomorrow. October.
Breaking news. Tomorrow is October. Anyway, we're going to be moving on to some sports.
Yes.
Thank you.
Sorry, I'm really excited about sports. Okay, I'll stop.
Good morning, everyone. As Lara once said, it's the last day of September, and not only is October my favorite month because of all the spooky festivities, but because of October baseball. With that, I'm going to give a recap of how the final week of September panned out for the Yankees and the Mets. So make sure you follow along. Get it? I wrote that one myself. Alrighty.
That was good.
The
Yeah.
Yankees had quite the historic and successful week, to say the least, with them clinching their division on Tuesday, and then on Wednesday, Aaron Judge tied Roger Maris and his 61 home run record, tied for the most in American League history. And get this, guys. Aaron Judge's 61st home run and tying of the record comes 61 years after Roger Maris hit his 61 home run. You guessed it, back in 1961. Pretty spooky, huh? The Yankees host the Baltimore Orioles tonight at Yankee Stadium. Now on to the Mets. On Tuesday, they suffered a tough loss to the Miami Marlins, and on Wednesday night, it was looking like the same result, until the man, the myth, the legend, Eduardo Escobar had a game for the ages, driving in 5 RBIs, including a walk-off single in the bottom of the 10th inning to carry the Mets to a 5-4 win. Now with some momentum to uplift them, they face off against the Atlanta Braves, the team that is only 1 game behind them in the division. This weekend series between the two teams is guaranteed to be some peak baseball, so make sure you tune in. There's nothing better than watching two teams that are so hungry for a win, especially with so much on the line. Ladies and gentlemen, it's football time. The Cincinnati Bengals look to continue their win streak Thursday night as they hosted one of the best teams in football, the Miami Dolphins, and look to do so in their brand new white jerseys. The Bengals came out with a 27-15 victory, with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase combining for 205 receiving yards. Maybe it was new jerseys, or maybe the reigning AFC champs are back in their groove. Now looking forward to Sunday, the New York Giants look to bounce back after Monday's loss to the Cowboys as the Chicago Bears are in town. The New York Jets are also looking for some redemption as they visit the Pittsburgh Steelers. According to the NFL and other multiple reports, Zach Wilson has been medically cleared and is expected to make his season debut on Sunday for the Jets. Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills visit Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. If you're looking for 2 elite quarterbacks in action, this is the game to watch. Then Sunday night, a rematch from the big game just 2 seasons ago. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs visit Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. Now to finish up with some Montclair State sports. No Montclair State sports were played on Thursday, but Saturday features 5 teams in action, including the women's volleyball team in a tri-match, football, field hockey, and men's soccer, and women's soccer. Hope everyone has an amazing start to October this weekend. Lara, back to you.
10 out of 10. Love me some sports. Okay, the fall puns were really giving me life there. I was like, wow, this is
Yeah, they were fantastic.
I was
Appreciate
falling for them. Anyway.
Ooh,
Haha.
there you go. She got him too.
Yeah, I got them sometimes. What can I say? But you guys, we're going to be moving on to some Hurricane Ian live updates. So according to NBC News, Hurricane Ian is on track to reach South Carolina by this afternoon. The hurricane was around 146 miles for the southeast of the city in Charleston and traveling towards South Carolina at 85 miles per hour as of around 5 a.m. today. While in North Carolina, the governor, Roy Cooper, has called on people to be prepared for extreme weather as heavy rains were expected in state line yesterday and set to prepare westward today. And the theme park, Universal Orlando, has announced yesterday that they will begin reopening plans in phases to hotel guests beginning today. All of our thoughts and prayers and love are going to everyone impacted by Hurricane Ian, and we hope everybody ends up safe. And we're just keeping you in our mind, and especially for those who have loved ones here in New Jersey who are living down south, we are thinking about them. But we have some New Jersey news about Ian, Amanda.
Yeah, so New Jersey, it's expected to be spared of Ian's impact, but communities are staying prepared. As Hurricane Ian heads north, New Jersey could see some of the impact by the weekend. One of the areas along the Jersey shore that could see some impact is Long Beach Island. The town of Harvey Cedars has 2 high water rescue vehicles at its disposal. Emergency management leaders don't expect to have to use it this weekend, but it's ready if the time comes. Areas along the Jersey shore south of Seaside Heights are expected to see some strong winds, rain, and rough ocean conditions this weekend due to the hurricane's remnants, but residents don't seem overly concerned. New Jersey is expected to be spared from the catastrophic effects of Hurricane Ian as it tracks north. But residents on LBI say they are ready for the rain, wind, and possible power outages over the weekend. Officials want to remind people to stay out of the water at least for the next few days as the weather moves through.
We're not going to talk too much about this, but weather is, especially like hurricanes, they move and change so fast. Like fascinatingly, one minute they could be going one direction, and another minute they could be going another. And while hurricanes are awful and other natural disasters are awful, weather is so interesting. And again, would like to emphasize that we are always thinking about the people impacted by Ian. Thank you, Amanda.
Yeah, of course.
So we're going to be moving on to something that we absolutely can talk about and I want to talk about, but we're going to report all the facts first. So, in reversal, the education department is now excluding some borrowers from student loan relief. Federal student loan borrowers whose loans are not held by the U.S. Department of Education will no longer be available to coincide in order to qualify for President Joe Biden's student loan forgiveness program. The update on the Education Department's guidance for the one-time student loan debt relief is about to face some previous guidelines, which said those borrowers could consolidate their debts to direct loans in order to qualify for relief. Biden announced these plans for sweeping student loan forgiveness back in August. And for those of you who forget, including myself, that includes up to $10,000 in forgiveness for federal student loan borrowers and up to $20,000 in relief for Pell Grant recipients. In order to qualify, borrowers had to be under certain income thresholds, which was under $125,000 for individuals and $250,000 for households. However, the plan announced immediately raised questions as to whether borrowers with federal family education loan program loans not held by the government would also be eligible. Okay, it is time to open the floor. And interestingly enough, there had to be a cap on it somehow, and someone had to do it. So, I mean, there's really not much to say about it besides they had to cap it somehow because they can't be granting absolutely everybody forgiveness, especially with people who do have the money to pay for college.
Mm-hmm.
So, I mean, they're doing a little bit something and not just sweeping it under the rug as the government really kind of tends to do in some ways. So, at least they're doing some.
Sort of reminds me of the stimulus checks, how like I feel like certain people only got those, so it's kind of the same thing. You need to have some guidelines, so it was expected.
Yeah, I don't know. The government can't be handing out money and printing more money like, here you go, guys. Woo, woo. But again, at least they're doing something about it. And we're going to actually go on a really short break. And I have something special to share with you guys. So our assistant news director, Hannah Cox, has interviewed some people yesterday at our, what do we call it? A pumpkin spice event thing. I don't know what it was, but she talked to some people about Hispanic heritage. So we are going to play a little bit of that because surprise, it's Hispanic Heritage Month. So happy to all those who are celebrating.
Yes.
And we're going to play a little something for you guys. Uh-oh. You guys, here on the Morning Buzz, we're experiencing so many technical difficulties. I don't know, just I feel like the Friday Morning Buzz has a curse, but also a blessing to it, where nothing really works. All right. Okay. So we're going to go on a really short break really quick. And I'm going to refer to myself in third person. Lara's going to figure out the technical difficulty. So if you hear Hannah, that's going to be great news. But if you don't, I promise I'll try to figure it out for you guys. So we will be right back.
students?
Okay. Well, there are a number of things that are happening. I think by virtue of the fact that the university has these services already in place, I think is what has contributed to our recognition as a Hispanic serving institution, right? In order to get that recognition, a university has to have in place already services and people, programs and activities that support our students of color, and particularly our Hispanic students. So I think that this year in particular, we are focused on belonging, helping all of our community to feel a sense of belonging, and that there's things that are going to be occurring throughout the year. We're looking at first generation centers and programs to work with students and their families who have never gone to college before. And I know that we're looking at our faculty recruitment, and we continue again to do very well with our student recruitment for students of Hispanic heritage. I really do believe that with the things that we already have in place, there are a number of other, which I cannot specifically say, but there are a number of initiatives that are happening at the university that will continue to enhance our programs and our activities and our desire to recruit and retain our Hispanic students.
And outside of the Montclair State community that you're a part of, what are some things you do in your personal life to get involved in the community you live in, you belong to?
Well, I don't live in this particular community, but I'm very involved. I'm from Monmouth County. I'm very involved with my community and particularly faith-based communities, really working with youth and children and young adults on educational initiatives. So those are some of the things that I have time to do, but being the dean of students is a 24-hour, 7-day-a-week job.
I can imagine. And you know what? In your free time, I'm sure you listen to music sometimes. So if you were a DJ at the radio station right now, what songs would you be playing?
I'm gonna be honest with you, R&B. I think there's messages in R&B. I like jazz. I like some hip hop. I think hip hop has some good messages in it as well. But I'm a baby boomer, so R&B for me, and pop music is good too. So I would definitely be spinning some Temptations, some Stevie Wonder. Okay, getting down with some Isley Brothers, the place. Yes.
Awesome. You have a wonderful day here. Thank you so much.
That's the radio station. All right, take
Thank
care.
you.
You like jazz?
I was thinking that too.
I know. All I could think about was you like jazz. Maybe we'll play some jazz later, just for our lovely dean of students. So thank you, Hannah, for that lovely interview. It's always a pleasure to hear Hannah's voice here on the Morning Buzz. Anyway, we're going to go to a very short break, and we will be back with more news for you. We're going to be talking about daylight savings. Who doesn't like daylight savings? But you're gonna have to stay tuned for that. So we'll be right back.
Serving part-time in the Army National Guard.
Welcome back here on the Morning Buzz. Oh, you just heard Elvis Duran. I love Elvis Duran. Anyway, we are back here on the Morning Buzz, and we have so much more news to report you. We're gonna be talking about daylight savings, Amanda. Woo!
Woohoo!
Yeah, fun. Getting an hour of sleep, but getting darker earlier.
Yeah. All right, let's talk about it. So while September draws to a close today, the end of daylight savings time for 2022 is still more than 5 weeks away. Daylight savings time concludes at 2 a.m. on Sunday, November 6th, 2022, when the clock will fall back 1 hour, and in theory, we get 1 extra hour of sleep. Days continue to get shorter. In a little more than a week, the sun will begin setting before 6:30 p.m. for the first time since March 12th, the day before my birthday. The, s- the sun will set in Newark at 5:48 p.m. on November 5th. The following day, after daylight savings time concludes, sunset is more than an hour earlier at 4:47 p.m. The amount of daylight will continue to less each day until December 21st, when the winter solstice arrives. The flip side is that the sun will rise approximately 1 hour earlier each morning. On November 5th, sunrise is 7:32 a.m. The next day, the sun comes up at 6:33 a.m. So while millions of people will travel home from work mostly or entirely in the dark in November, their morning commute will include more daylight.
You guys, here is before when I started to tease the show, I was saying how I've been bamboozled. So because back in the spring on the Morning Buzz, we reported that daylight savings
Yes.
was like no more. They're like daylight savings is done. We're not doing it anymore. Blah blah blah. Blah. And here we are. How many months later? 6 months later, saying, "Oh my gosh, guys, daylight savings. It's gonna get dark an hour earlier."
I know. I feel lied to, honestly, because they told us, it wasn't going to be like the summer where it gets dark at 8 o'clock at night, but it was going to get dark at like 7. So I was like, that's pretty awesome. We get to have more light longer. And now they're saying 4:30 again. And the seasonal depression is going to come back strong this year.
Just to give you guys a reminder, sunset is at 6:40 tonight.
It's crazy. I mean, I don't know, especially in the summer and it was still like in the early fall, you just get so used to it getting no matter how many times it happens, you get so used to it getting dark later. And then when that huge switch just happens and it gets dark at 4, you were not ready for it.
You literally wake up and then it's dark.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh my goodness.
0 out of 10.
Because like I'll get used to it. And then once I get used to it, it changes again. I was like, are you kidding me? So it doesn't work.
You don't get to enjoy it. really.
Exactly.
I remember that I get bored one day and I was like, oh my gosh, time to look things up, because whatever thought I have in my brain, I went, I need to find out right now what the answer is. I need to look it up right now. And one of them was, oh my gosh, why is daylight savings a thing? And I think it's mostly because the farmers, it was for the crops or something. To be honest, I don't know. Shout out to the farmers out there. But it's just so strange that I think this started. Actually, I'm gonna look this up. Daylight savings.
Yeah, I just looked that up,
Oh,
why it is
thank
a
you, Amanda.
thing, but it doesn't.
Daylight savings history US.
Yeah,
Period.
right?
Uh,
Oh, it was first introduced in World War I as a way to conserve coal and support the wartime effort.
that's what it
Wow.
was.
Yeah.
That's what it was.
Listen, that was a long time
I
ago.
think it went all the way back to that.
I was just gonna say, I don't think we're in World War One
That's
anymore.
what I'm saying.
I-
Times have changed. Let's keep it darker for longer.
Yeah, this is okay. So this has been observed for 114 years. Daylight savings. Are you
Wow.
serious? That's kind of crazy. That's like really like crazy. Time to do some math, because I was like, oh my gosh, what year? See, this is how I like go into a rabbit hole of looking things up and just needing to know answers. So we're gonna do some math here on the Morning Buzz, because love math. So you guys, daylight savings started in 1908, if my math is correct.
Wow.
And that is the same year Montclair State was found.
Really?
Oh, wow. look at
Yeah.
that.
Oh my gosh, twinsy.
A quinky dink.
I can't. That was really funny. But speaking of some colleges and some universities, Rutgers just did a study on Governor Phil Murphy, and his approval rating is at 54%. A majority of New Jerseyans approve the way of Phil Murphy is performing as a governor. According to a Rutgers Eagleton poll released yesterday, 54% of the Garden State residents who are supportive of the job Murphy is doing as governor is compared with 37 who disapprove and 9% who are unsure. Additionally, 47 of respondents have a favorable opinion of the governor, up by double digits since March's 33% poll result. The number of New Jerseyans who are unfavorable towards Murphy remains relatively stable from 6 months ago, now at 33%. 15% have no opinion on him. Besides the responses about Murphy, Booker, and Mendez, pollsters found New Jerseyans are evenly divided when it comes to their outlook on the state's future. 48% of respondents say that the state is going in the right direction, while 45% say it has gone on the wrong track, a double-digit improvement and return to the norm after taking a stumble last year. Politics has always been really fascinating for me. You know, ever since the whole Trump thing back in 2016 when I was a freshman in high school, I just find politics so fascinating, especially American politics, because I love getting political at 7:30 in the morning. It really gets my gears turning because especially after Trump, like the two parties have become really so divided, and we see each other as the party and the views and not as like the people.
I agree 100%.
And I'm glad that I'm honestly in that 54% where I think Murphy's doing a decent job.
Yeah.
Because I remember during COVID, he was handling it really well.
Oh yeah, absolutely.
I watched the conference like every day. I was a I was a religious sit down, watch Murphy kind of gal. And I think he was taking the right measures to keep New Jerseyans safe.
Yeah.
And I still think he's doing a great job.
Absolutely. Yeah. He really when it came to COVID, he tackled that like immediately. And I remember those conferences. I mean, it was a part of my morning routine too, Lara. I mean, it was just wake up, have a nice iced chai latte, sit down, watch Murphy do his thing, and yeah, I mean, he really is doing a pretty good job in my opinion. And I mean, I wish him the best. He's killing it. He's doing a great job for us Garden State natives. He's doing great.
We're proud of you, Murphy.
We're very proud of you.
But back a while ago on the Morning Buzz, I think it might have been a few weeks ago, to be honest. I don't really remember. I don't know. The news just kind of blurs in my brain now. But I remember there was a theory about Murphy maybe running for president.
Yes.
Really?
Hearing that.
Mhm. Yeah, they were like, oh my gosh, she's doing such a great job. Like maybe he would think about running for president. But that's up in the air. We're theorizing here. This is not fact. We'd just like to say that. And I would also like to emphasize that our views do not represent Montclair State or WMSC. They are our own opinions. Yeah. But I don't know. I don't think he's gonna do it, but it would be interesting if he did run.
Yeah. I mean, he's got my vote if he does.
Yeah, because I don't know. I know even like some Democrats and some left-wing people are kind of iffy about Biden, myself included. Like, is he doing fine? Yeah. Is he the lesser of two evils? Absolutely. But I don't know. There's just something's just like rubbing me the wrong way about Biden.
Yeah, I agree. Again, my opinion, I feel when the whole election was going on, Trump versus Biden, everyone was just, like you said, lesser of two evils. We're just going to vote for Biden and see what happens. And it's really sad when it has to be that way. Both people that are running are so bad that we have to really pick one that's less bad. That's kind of sad. And I mean, Biden, now he is the president, and I don't want to say anything. I don't want to speak on something that I don't know too much about, but I genuinely don't really know what he has done. I mean, I know the federal loans thing, that is something good, but other than that, I really don't know anything that he has done. So I don't want to speak because I am uneducated about this, but it is kind of concerning and sad that we have to just vote for the lesser of two evils.
I know. It's just, I always try to think, when is it going to be a time where we have a strong candidate where it is not the lesser of two evils? But again, American politics are so fascinating to me that it results to a lesser of two evils for two parties. And all I'm gonna say is I'm kind of looking forward to 2024 just to
Yeah.
see how things turn out and how things run, pun intended. So, I mean, I think Murphy running is a possibility, but I don't know if it's gonna happen.
Yeah.
I don't know if he'll leave Jersey, honestly.
Yeah, I mean, like you said, 2024 will be exciting. I'm hoping it'll be different. But like you said before, American politics are so interesting. I can't believe that there is a liberal party and like a conservative party, and we're just so torn. And being in the middle, I feel being moderate is so like
It's so hard
it's
nowadays.
hard, especially like I mean, for me personally, in my opinion, I would say I'm very in the middle. I might lead more towards the liberal side, but I am in the middle. And I mean, I feel saying that to someone who is very strong on either party is it's scary to say. Like if you're saying that to someone who's very left or someone who's very right, that's scary to say. So, it's hard in today's day and age.
It's just because we're so divided as a nation with political parties. Hey, good old GW said it. There shouldn't be no political parties in the American government. But here we are today in 2022. But again, all props to Murphy, man. I personally believe he's doing a great job. And we're going to go to another really short break just to let all that information kind of soak and marinate and all that fun jazz. Shout out to Ben for this request. This is Daylight by Harry Styles, and I hope it's gonna work.
Dixie and I
Nope,
lived in
there's-
together.
YouTube.
I don't know if I was mature enough to live without my mom and dad.
I don't know.
They are. There's so much to
Not
learn
YouTube.
about ourselves.
We gotta
They
skip the ads.
look more like the Dixie D'Amelio show.
Yeah.
Sorry, you guys. All right, now we have some Harry.
I could be sticking to
I know,
it.
that's what I said. I was like,
Welcome back here on the Morning Buzz here on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. Who we have just one last story for you because we love news here on the Morning Buzz. Amanda, is this one yours? It is yours.
Oh,
It's been a morning here.
yeah, it's one of those mornings. And on the break, we were just talking about this person. So it's going to be an easy segue into talking about it
Perfect.
here now. So, a judge appointed by former President Donald Trump ruled that Trump does not have to submit a sworn statement identifying any evidence he believes the FBI might have planted. The decision by U.S. District Judge Eileen Cannon effectively overrules a directive from the special master she named to review evidence the FBI seized in the search August 8th. The special master, senior U.S. District Judge Raymond J. Deary of New York, last week ordered Trump's team to submit a declaration about whether anything on the FBI's list of items removed from Trump's Mar-a-Lago estate. Trump has publicly insinuated several times, without offering any proof, that federal agents planted evidence during their search, with the Justice Department has said turned up 100 classified, secret, and top secret documents, as well as thousands of other documents it says belong to the government. Deary, who was appointed by President Ronald Reagan, initially gave Trump's team a deadline of today to submit a sworn statement about the issue. But he pushed the deadline back to next week after there was a delay in getting a vendor who could share the documents with both parties in the case. Before yesterday, he had been expected to push the deadline back again.
He really asked the professor and said, "Professor, can I get an extension?"
Yeah, an extension. Yeah, can we just change the deadline a little bit? Maybe push it back
Just a little bit.
Oh my Lord.
Kind of a mood though.
Honestly, I get it.
I get that.
I'm like, I need an extension. It's been a tough week.
Mm.
Or you just forgot about it. But I mean, there's not much to say about this.
There's not. We talked about it last week. We said that Trump thinks that the FBI planted the classified.
They planted it in my estate.
Yeah, he
He
really
planted it.
believes that. So
I don't know.
that's what's crazy to me. If it's your house, let me just actually say this really quick. If it's your house, even if they are the FBI and they could probably figure out how did they get in your house to plant these documents? I mean,
Right.
Yeah, like
right?
has it happened?
Exactly. Like, there's no way, unless he let them in. Like, how are they getting into his house to just plant these classified documents? I don't know. FBI, open up! That
That's
scared me.
Sorry, you guys.
Door, like what? WMSC under report.
Sorry, you guys. I mean, we don't have any documents here, do we? No, I'm just kidding.
No, it's like hide them. No, I'm kidding.
But I mean, he got an extension. Good for him. He'll submit it on campus in a few weeks. We're gonna move on because I'm so excited.
Guys,
Talking about pumpkin spice.
very exciting thing.
Shout out to Amanda who's sitting right across from me. Hi, Amanda.
Hey, girl.
Yesterday, the PR people here at the lovely School of Communication and Media hosted a little pumpkin spice event, just a little something to have like pumpkin spice treats. And they're I think they're launching a new case study about it. Correct me if I'm wrong because you were there.
Yeah, no, so they're kind of doing research and getting all the analytics and data from a bunch of things. So pumpkin spice, for example, it was something, 'tis the season of fall, and I thought it would be like fun and fresh to do a little pumpkin spice thing, which I thought was really cute. But they were talking about maybe doing analytics of the Super Bowl or the presidential election. So it's going to be really interesting to see what they do.
The biggest of big games.
Yes. Oh,
But no, it's okay. It's honestly okay because it's not February yet, so we forget.
yeah.
Yeah, for those
We
Yeah.
do forget.
Yeah, I don't know. For those who don't know, we cannot say the real name of the big game here on radio because it's copyrighted. But
Yeah, whoops. I actually forgot about that.
it's okay.
But
I'm gonna make you feel better. One time I was on the Morning Buzz as usual. And speaking of the Morning Buzz, it actually is my 1-year anniversary of being on the Buzz. Yeah.
Congratulations.
Thank you.
Wow,
you.
That's amazing.
Thank you.
Happy New Year.
I started today a year ago, which is crazy. Thanks for all the
Wow.
love, you guys. You guys are so cute. Anyway, well, you can't say the real word. And one of my co-hosts last semester said it. And then I said, you can't say like the big game, like the actual word. And so
Yeah, the big football game.
it got erased, but then I said it again.
Oh,
So here
Oh
we
my
are today.
goodness.
I love learning from my mistakes though.
yeah.
But we're here to not talk about we're not talking about the big game yet.
Yeah,
We're getting
we are
ahead of
not
ourselves.
talking about that.
We're getting ahead of ourselves. We're here about it's pumpkin spice season, you guys. It is time for cinnamon and nutmeg and pumpkin. So thank you to Amanda for interviewing some lovely people yesterday. We're gonna play that right now.
All right, so I am here with.
I'm Professor Keith Green here in SEM.
Awesome. So could you tell me a little bit about what you guys are doing today?
Sure. So we're here for the launch event, the inaugural event and study from the Joetta DeBella and Fred C. Sauter III Center for Strategic Communication. And this space is a place where students and faculty can collaborate on data and social media analytics research projects.
That's really awesome. So again, we've been talking a lot about research today. So for researching your guys' posts, how do you select which posts are going to go into your research?
So you first normally start with like a time frame, right? So you want to have different data points and different data sets. So we wanted to look at, okay, let's look at things that were very recent, right? So you start there and then look at where conversations are generally taking place the most. So it's a lot on Instagram, it's a lot on Twitter. And then it's also with the tools that we use software that we contract with an outside company to analyze that data. So those software companies have certain platforms that they work with and give us access to. So it's dependent upon a couple of things. Again, where we can find that data, which platforms, and then the timeframes.
Yeah, that's really awesome. So I love pumpkin spice. So I think it's really fantastic that you guys decided to do pumpkin spice, especially with Pumpkin Spice Day coming up. I didn't know that was October 1st. So one quick question. How do you feel about pumpkin spice?
Well, I love it. I think it's great. I can't get enough of it. Although I had a friend send me a tweet this morning that Hefty just came out with a pumpkin spice scented garbage bag. So, there's a lot of stuff that maybe, goes over the top or maybe is designed to, jump on the trend or do trend jacking like Dr. Choi talked about in part of the talk today. So, some people think it gets carried away, but I think it's great. I think it's fun. I think it does provide that sort of transition and nostalgia feel with fall. So, as far as I'm concerned, the more the merrier.
Right. I agree. Thank you so much.
Thanks very much for coming and covering the story.
All right. So I am here with
Teresa Sheridan.
Hi, nice to meet you. So I'm just going to ask you a couple quick questions. So how was assisting with this project, with everything you guys have been up to? How was that experience for you?
It's been a chaotic week for me for sure, but it's definitely been an amazing experience to see not only the side of research that this whole project has had, but also the side of event planning. And it's just been absolutely amazing. And now that, it's finally in fruition, it's a great feeling.
That's awesome. Is there anything new that you learned?
Definitely research. I was not big on Excel. I'm studying public and organizational relations in the graduate program. And so I'm more on the branding, social media side of things, and not so much on the research side. So to see the research side and the work that goes into it, I definitely appreciate that more.
That's really awesome. So one fun question, because today is all about pumpkin spice. Do you think the pumpkin spice should be around all year long?
I do not, because I do like that it's a hype. It kind of, personally, I love warm weather and I hate to see the end of summer. And so it gives me something to look forward to.
I agree with you. Thank you so much.
Yeah, no problem. Thank you.
Amanda, you did so well.
You did such a great job.
Thank you. That was my first ever interview in person, going up to people with a microphone and doing the whole interview thing. But my one critique on myself is every time someone gave me an answer, I was like, awesome, really awesome. That was my word of the day yesterday. Awesome.
Amanda, I was going to give you that note off air, but I'm glad you picked it up yourself.
Well, I knew I was saying it yesterday too, but when it was all happening, I didn't really know what to say. I was like, yeah, awesome. Anyway, so
I guess it was awesome, right?
It was very awesome.
An awesome interview.
Yeah,
that was
awesome. Some new stuff there. I definitely think we should sign a petition to have pumpkin spice scented garbage bags all around WMSC studio.
Oh,
seriously, I never heard of that, and I'm just so excited for that now.
Angela, we're gonna have to talk to Stephanie Wood about that.
Oh, absolutely.
I feel like shout out to Stephanie Wood. She's amazing. I I think she'd be for it.
That's amazing. That's probably the best invention ever.
I was reading up on it while it was playing, and they're orange. I mean,
Are
what
you
other
serious?
okay, what other color would they be though?
Oh,
you
my
know,
goodness. Happy spooky season to us.
Ooh.
Love that.
so exciting. Also, if you're celebrating National Pumpkin Spice Day tomorrow, I hope you enjoy it.
I didn't know
Yes,
that was an official
Me neither.
day.
Yeah.
Mm-hmm.
And there's an official day for everything, and I'm kind of getting sick of it, but I am a-okay with National Pumpkin Spice Day.
Me too. I just found that out yesterday that it was pumpkin spice day. They were talking about it, and I was like, now I have an excuse to drink my pumpkin spice latte, even though I drink it every day anyway.
It's a little more special.
Yeah, right.
Yesterday was National Coffee Day,
Oh.
and
Mhm.
honestly, shade to Starbucks because the only thing they were doing was getting 400 points for a whole bag of coffee. So shade.
Mm.
But Duncan, you got it. You got an iced coffee. You got a free iced medium
that's
coffee.
very sweet.
Aw.
Not sponsored. Would like to emphasize that.
Really?
Just reporting the facts. Yeah.
That is really
You
hilarious.
had to get like a donut or like you had to like buy something, but like you'd get like the coffee
That's
with
so
it.
cool though.
I think that's really funny because
Mm.
I've been getting coffee a lot from Dunkin', and of course on National Coffee Day I got a tea from Dunkin' yesterday, so I could not get it for free.
It's okay, Amanda. It'll be back in 364 days.
There you go.
We're
Yeah.
probably so surprised, like she doesn't know.
We are going to move on to a segment.
Yes, so excited.
Nicole, we have a segment.
Hello. Yes, we got some juicy stories this week.
Ooh.
Okay, so let's start off with Selena Gomez speaks out on Hailey Bieber drama. According to Celebrity News, Selena Gomez makes a live TikTok video where she speaks about the Hailey Bieber drama situation surrounding Justin Bieber's love life. She thanks her fans for supporting her, and she says in quotes, "Words matter." Gomez does not defend Hailey in any way, and she wants her fans not to give into this drama because she knows that they are better than that. She's trying to be as respectful as she possibly can regarding the situation.
I love Selena.
Me too.
Too.
She's such a good role model to look up to.
Absolutely.
Yeah.
100%.
When I liked Miley Cyrus. Like I loved Hannah Montana when I was like 6.
Yeah.
But as I started getting older, when I was like 8, 9, 10, like that's when Wizards of Waverly Place came out.
Yeah.
And when I tell you, I absolutely loved Selena Gomez so much. I honestly still look up to her because she is just seems like such a kind, warm-hearted person and just
Mhm.
really cares about people. And I'm happy that she addressed it and spoke about it
Yeah.
and saying that he's happy, like she's happy, just don't give into the drama and stop
Right.
creating that
Mhm.
negativity.
I was
And-
surprised that
love her.
she spoke out about it because I never thought that she would say anything about the Hailey
Yeah.
Bieber drama. I mean, to be fair, I've never heard her say anything about it. So
Me
I was
neither, honestly, no, not at all.
yeah, I was shocked.
Yeah.
But I mean, Hailey Bieber recently just went on a podcast talking about her marriage with Justin and talking about all the drama with Selena, but they wouldn't say her name. And a
Mm.
lot of people were kind of saying, why are you still talking about her, but you're not saying her name? But a lot
Yeah.
of people are like thinking that because Selena Gomez is coming out with what are they called? I forget.
Is it music?
No,
Or
she's
is
coming
it-
out with like a movie or a
Show?
documentary. Yeah, she's coming out with a documentary. So a lot of people think that Justin and Hailey are gonna be under some some
Hot
drama,
water.
some hot water. So that's why
Ah.
she's trying to clear her name on the podcast. So that's why a lot of drama has been coming out lately.
It is coming out November 4th of this year, so it's coming up.
I'm excited for the tea.
Definitely.
This is soon. Okay.
I actually met her when I was
Really?
like young.
Really?
Yeah,
No
I met her
way.
on the
How? When? Where?
okay.
Us.
I like the tea, girlfriend.
So I met her, I think it was at PNC Bank Art Center, and she
Okay.
was doing a little meet and greet.
Oh,
And it was for the Stars Dance Tour, which was her 3rd album release. I don't know if it was Selena Gomez in the Scene. I think it was her last album with them. And she was just so sweet. She was just like very kind, very like soft spoken. Just
Yeah.
she was
Aw.
great. But again, still shocked that she talked about this.
Mhm.
So
yeah.
as
Alright.
long as
Yeah.
well,
Continue.
sorry. I know. I don't
You
think I don't think I got anything else to say. Oh, I do like Haley as well. I think Haley's also a
I was
very good
gonna say
person.
that.
Yeah.
And Justin Bieber, I really think turned it around. Like, I don't know why, just something
Mm-hmm.
about I don't know if it was like Haley or like he got older, but growing up in the spotlight is so hard on a person.
Yeah.
Very difficult.
Mhm.
Yeah.
Definitely.
And I think he matured very well. Like over like
He learned a
agree.
lot of lessons, but he's definitely, I feel like, on the right path.
Yeah.
I agree with that. Anyway.
He's also a Pisces, so we have that Pisces.
We know his zodiac
I think
sign.
I think Haley is a Sag.
I just know that because I'm a Pisces, so I'm always
Oh,
like,
so
who's a
like-
famous Pisces? 'Cause I wanted to know. And Justin Bieber, Rihanna are like two famous Pisces. But
Okay.
anyway.
I was right. She's a Sagittarius. And I know Selena Gomez is a Cancer. So
Oh, it makes sense.
yeah,
Yeah.
makes a lot of sense. Anyway, do we have more news, Nicole?
Yes, we do have more news. Okay, let's continue. So, Dixie D'Amelio and Noah Beck break up, according to E! News.
Oh.
Yeah, I know. According to E! News, Dixie confirms on the newest episode of the D'Amelio show that her and Noah officially broke up. Months before, Dixie said that she and Noah wanted to keep the relationship private and off of social media in order to protect their mental health and relationship. In August, Dixie actually denied that she and Noah were having some relationship problems because she didn't want to post on social media since she believes it just creates more drama. Dixie explains that she and Noah still love each other. They're just working on themselves and their careers right now.
Wow.
Oh no. Hi guys, Dixie D'Amelio.
That's good. Hey, it's Dixie.
Dixie D'Amelio. And just a reminder, you're listening to 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair of the Morning Buzz.
Dude, what? That is
Wow,
so
celebrity
good.
appearance.
Yeah,
Wow,
I'm so
you
good at
got
these impressions.
awesome impressions.
Thank you. I've been practicing. Good for them, I guess. I don't know.
Yeah.
You TikTok kids. Screenager. I'm looking at you, Nicole. Screenager. I'm just kidding.
The fans are devastated.
Just kidding. Love you, Nicole. But
love you.
yeah. I mean, as long as they're both happy.
Yeah. They
Seems like both
were
of
cute
them.
though.
Simultaneously, everyone just yeah.
I mean, they still love each other, so maybe like eventually they'll get back together once they settle their own.
Maybe it's right person, wrong time.
Yeah,
go.
We
There
don't
you
know.
go.
it happens sometimes.
Or maybe
you know?
they're better off as friends.
Yeah,
Exactly.
Dixie might be in her Britney Spears era because she shaved her head, so maybe
I
she's going
saw
through it.
that.
Shaved her hair.
I
Yeah,
want to see it. I want to see Dixie.
It's
D'Amelio.
you know it's
looking at
not
it's
bad.
not bad. Like
Yeah.
she looks pretty good for it, you know.
Yeah, because not everybody can rock.
Oh no, like I could
never.
I could never.
Why does she kind of look good?
Yeah,
Right?
right? She actually could
killed
pull
it.
it
She looks
off.
awesome.
Yeah.
She looks great, but like one part of me is like, she looks really good, and the other part of me is like, wow, she looks like James Charles.
Why does
Oh, I
every
can see
celebrity woman look like James Charles? Dua Lipa.
No, don't do my wife like that.
I love her. Dua Lipa.
Dua Lipa.
Yeah.
Dua Lipa. But I know Dua Lipa isn't releasing any music right now, but I know somebody is.
Yes.
That was good.
That
Oh,
was
yeah,
good. That was
good
the last.
transition.
So Meghan Trainor's new album is about motherhood. According to Entertainment Weekly, Meghan Trainor announces she's coming out with a new album titled Taken It Back, which is about motherhood. She reveals that this album has a deeper and mature meaning to it rather than her usual lighthearted albums in the past. She wanted to write about her truthful, real-life struggles that mothers can relate to. She announced one of the tracks on the album, which is called Remind Me, which is about her battle with her body image after having her son.
Oh my
goodness.
That is so cute. Also, I did not know she was a mother. Like,
Surprise!
Oh yeah.
I didn't know that until I read the
She
article. I was
is.
like,
She is,
wow.
and she's married to the
Spy
kid who
Kids.
played Spy Kids. Yes, I think props to Meghan Trainor because I think women and people who have birthed children could really use music
definitely.
like this.
To like
They really could.
to relate to, just to have to know that like they're not alone, you know? Like I feel like that's really awesome.
I agree, and I'm really glad that that she's giving them that representation and all of that
Guys,
fun jazz.
I'm
Yeah.
cracking up over here.
What
I
do you-
don't know if anyone remembers from Spy Kids, but
Stop! Is it the thumb? Is it
thumbs?
yep, I knew it was the thumb.
Thumbs. I just looked up thumb people from Spy.
Stop it. For those of you who are out of the loop, don't worry, we'll catch you up. So Spy Kids is it a Disney Channel movie? Original? It might be.
I think so.
I think so.
It's always on Disney, so I'm assuming it is.
Disney
Yeah.
Channel?
Yeah. And I think the Thumb People were the third or something. They had a few movies. The Thumb People might have been either been in one of three. I don't know. I didn't really watch it as a kid. But there's these people who are just thumbs and they have arms and legs and just instead of a head, it's just a
It's
thumb.
just a thumb.
That's like my go-to movie when I have nothing to do. It's like 3 a.m. and I'm like, I need to watch something. Spy Kids.
Spy Kids
is my go-to.
Really?
It's still so
Aw.
good. It like gives me childhood memories.
Oh, I
The
heart.
nostalgia.
Yeah.
Like,
That's me with the SpongeBob SquarePants movie.
Stop. That's so good.
will always be a box.
Goofy Goober is the song.
I am a proud member of Weenie Hut Jr.
Yes.
We should get Weenie Hut Jr. t-shirts for
Get
our
out.
birthday here. I'm just blurring out ideas. Like I'm just so excited. Like,
It's a very
Next
exciting
Friday.
day.
it's Friday.
It's
Friday
very
mood.
exciting
Exactly.
day. And Nicole, I've been so excited about this story
Okay.
because I've been looking at it and I'm just like, I
Yes.
want to talk
Yes,
about
we
it
have
so
another
much.
artist releasing some new music. Okay,
Oh!
so Joshua Bassett releases a new EP. According to Pop Life, Joshua Bassett releases a new EP called Sad Songs in a Hotel Room. He said the song is about how he never found a place where he can call his true home because he has constantly been traveling his whole life due to his career. He explains how he started off in New York, then went right to LA, and then straight to Salt Lake City to film High School Musical, the musical series. Bassett announces that he will be releasing a new album soon, but for right now, we have this new EP to listen to. The songs he teases about his upcoming album is about ending a chapter of his life and beginning a new one. One of his songs on the new album is called Lifeline, which is about the health scare he went through in 2021.
Okay, time to address the elephant in the room. And it's time to play Am I in the Wrong? Is Olivia Rodrigo in the wrong? No, I'm kidding.
Oh,
Kind of. You guys are gonna have to stay tuned for Am I in the Wrong coming up very soon here on the Morning Buzz on 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. But I want to get into, whenever you hear Joshua Bassett, the next person I'm gonna mention is Olivia Rodrigo.
Oh, definitely. It's like, what's that word that like, I don't know the word for it. It's like you bring up someone and then like you have to bring the other person up. It's like,
There's a correlation between
yeah,
the
like a
two.
correlation, like something like, yeah.
Something like that.
I mean,
Exactly.
I felt so bad for Joshua Bassett when Sour came out because
Oh,
everyone
yeah.
just hated him. Like, how could
poor
you do that
guy.
to Olivia? But then, he
It
started
was-
releasing music and like
Mhm.
talking about his perspective. And I feel a lot of people opened up and changed their mind and realized, they were like 16-year-old teenagers who were
they
in
were
the
young.
spotlight and they just, they were going through it.
Yeah.
Joshua Bassett was at least 20 years old by the time him and Olivia were kind of like a thing-ish.
You're lying.
No.
I
No.
thought
I
he was
think they were like,
16 too.
they were like 18 at least.
Yeah.
They're like,
No, I remember
they were younger.
you guys can't quote me on this because I don't know if I'm 100% correct. But
Mhm.
from what I remember from my research last year when Sour was like a big thing, I remembered that Olivia was 17 years old and then Josh was about 2021 and they didn't really start to like date or anything
Really?
because she was underage.
He's turning 22 this year and she's 18. So
Yep.
Yeah, because I
Yep.
know Olivia's my age.
Yeah.
But I didn't know about Joshua.
Yeah.
Oh,
he's
wow.
my age,
Ooh.
which is like,
Wow.
gonna be my age. He's
Yeah.
21. So
It's crazy. Like,
Ah.
the whole health scare with like the heart failure after like Olivia Rodrigo's like album came out like that.
That's
That's
sad.
crazy. That's sad.
that is sad. And I hope he's doing better now.
Yeah.
I guess you could say I hope he's okay. Ha 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 ha. ha. So
Oh.
that's a thank you. That's a one from Sour. But
yeah.
okay, here's my thing though. Like whatever happened between Olivia and Josh, cool, fine, whatever. Bury your grievances. I don't care. But Sabrina Carpenter releasing a new song during that time rubs me the wrong way.
It does.
And you know what
No,
she,
yeah,
and you know
that
what it was about? And you know what it was about? He's like, yeah, give me. Wait, I'm looking at the lyrics. Because I don't know.
She said
It's
something
called
about
Skin.
being a blonde girl. or
Yes, it's like
something.
you're always with that blonde girl, and the
You're probably
blonde
the blonde
girl's Sabrina Carpenter.
No, and then she said something about
Sabrina-
being the blonde
yeah.
girl in her song.
Everybody knew.
She says
Ew.
in her song called Skin, quote, "You can try to get under my skin while he's on mine. Yeah, all of my skin. So you know what? That is some absolute shade.
Yeah,
That is
absolute
some
shade.
shade.
And
definitely.
you know what? I don't really care for her that much. Like, I'm sorry. Okay, this is gonna be really controversial. She's trying to stay relevant.
True. I
TBH.
honestly don't even. This sounds mean, but I don't know who she is.
Like,
So when we're talking about
oh,
this,
Amanda, Girl versus World.
Girl meets world.
Maya.
Girl meets world.
Girl meets World. Girl versus
Maya.
Girl meets World.
yes,
She made her
That,
debut.
that's how she became popular, like famous.
I don't know.
Off of
She
that.
rubs me the wrong way.
Yeah, that was a little shady.
Yeah.
And everything just like
The whole I remember listening to that. I'm like, oh my gosh.
Okay.
Wow.
I'm sorry. The song isn't good. I said it. I literally said
Yeah.
not my forte in music because I'm more on the alt emo whatever side of things. So yeah, I liked Sour a little bit more. Well, you know, the angsty songs on Sour, but no, I don't know. I like Olivia's voice a lot more, and that's just a personal opinion.
she's
Well,
also a Pisces. But anyway,
that makes so much. I knew you were going to. I didn't say anything because I knew you were going to say it. But again, I don't know. Just
no.
it's
You
a
know,
no.
to like think about it, like Sabrina Carpenter, I haven't heard much like stuff on her.
It's because she's irrelevant.
Yeah, like
Lara's going off right now.
I did a few years ago. I was in Six Flags and I was seeing a concert, and we actually like I was walking with my family, and I actually saw Sabrina Carpenter walking with like police officers right next to me, and we didn't even know it was Sabrina until like
Really?
we were like, oh, that was actually her.
Is that who
Because-
you saw in concert?
No, I saw Jacob Sartorius.
I just
So
exactly
Nicole.
He was like the opening act.
She opened for Jacob Sartorius.
Yeah, she
I'm
did.
sorry. For those of you who don't know, I'm gonna get to my thought. For those of you who don't know who Jacob Sartorius is, he was this before
Icon?
TikTok was TikTok, it was called
Yeah.
Musically, and Jacob was really
Yeah.
famous on that.
Sweatshirt.
And to open for Jacob Sartorius, I'm sorry, is embarrassing. But Nicole, you can wear my sweatshirt.
Let me explain.
You can no wait. You can wear my sweatshirt.
Yeah, can we play that? Like, I kind of
Really
want
not.
to. Absolutely not.
Absolutely not.
When you go to
No,
sleep,
because
right?
Explain yourself.
Wait, let me explain the backstory. Okay,
Yeah,
so
please.
my aunt used to work in Six Flags, and she used to get like me and my cousins. She would get us like she would get us like free tickets to see the concerts, and I was not really a fan of Jacob Sartorius, but it was like, all right, it's free, it's a free concert, let's
Why
just
not?
go. So I went, and I was like, oh my gosh, like you could wear my sweatshirt. Like it's
Stop.
crazy.
That's
but
so funny.
insane.
That used to be like the biggest
It was-
meme back in the day.
Yeah.
I knew the song, but it was just because of the meme.
Yeah,
I know.
It was, oh my
I
goodness.
kind of miss those times, but
So let's go back to 2016.
you guys can maybe wear my sweatshirt here on the Morning Buzz on WMSC Upper Montclair. Sorry, you guys. It is time to get into hour 2, chaos hour, messy hour, whatever the other days call it. I think we should call it chaos hour for us.
I like chaos.
Yeah,
Yeah.
it's a little chaotic.
But before we get chaotic, we have a newscast.
Yes, we do, everyone. Here for hour 2. I'm Cangela Guerrero, and this is WMSC News. So, for our top story today, Cuba battling the aftermath of Hurricane Ian. Sources from the country's electricity provider state that the entire island is currently experiencing a power outage due to the infrastructure damage. Now, the hurricane made landfall in Cuba around 4:30 a.m. on Tuesday, just southwest of La Coloma, affecting civilians all across the island. We send our prayers to the people of Cuba as they overcome this natural disaster. In national news today, a father and son duo are charged with murder in the fatal shooting of rapper PNB Rock. An FBI-led fugitive task force took the 17-year-old into custody on Tuesday, following father Freddie Lee Trone into custody around 1 p.m. yesterday. Trone and his son have both been charged with 1 count of murder, 2 counts of second-degree robbery, and 1 count of conspiracy to commit robbery. PNB Rock was gunned down at Los Angeles restaurant while eating with his girlfriend. Rock was best known for his 2016 hit Selfish and for making guest appearances in other artists' songs. And we've got some Garden State news today, you guys. A new Netflix production facility may be coming to New Jersey. Redevelopment officials could soon announce if Netflix has won the right to set up a production complex of 292 acres in Monmouth County. But not everyone in the Garden State is excited about Hollywood Lights coming to Jersey. An anonymous online group called No to Netflix believes a production studio would really just be a negative impact for the quality of life and the redevelopment for Fort Monmouth. The group has already received 47 requests for No to Netflix lawn signs, but nearby residents actually appeared unconcerned about the state-of-the-art facility and are actually really excited to see the attraction it could bring for Netflix fans. And for our weather today, we have some clouds building up throughout the day, along with a high of 64 and a low of 52, with showers starting on Saturday. Tomorrow, we have a bit of a cooler day to kick off the month of October with a high of 56 and a low of 52, with showers lasting all day. So make sure to start bringing out those light fall jackets and an umbrella. If you're looking to kick off the spooky season with movie marathons at home, then Sunday will be the perfect day, as showers continue with a high of 56 and a low of 45. Showers and cloudy days will continue throughout the following week until Tuesday, leaving us a partly cloudy day on Wednesday with a high of 69. For WMSC News, I'm Cangela Guerrero. Back to you, Lara.
Absolutely beautiful newscast.
Thank you very much.
Thank you, Angela. Anyway, it's time for some.
Thank
Sorry,
you.
I get excited over something.
Okay. So it's the last day of September, and I don't know about you guys, but I just love October. Not just because of the spooky festivities, Halloween, scary movies, whatever,
Question.
but because of October baseball. Yes, Lara.
Is your birthday in October?
No.
Okay.
Birthday's in October.
Well, October what?
October 23rd.
Okay, Scorpio. Continue. I'm sorry.
Alrighty. With that, I'm going to give a recap of how the final week of September panned out for the Yankees and the Mets. The Yankees had quite the historic and successful week this past week, to say the least, with them clinching their division on Tuesday. And then on Wednesday, Aaron Judge tied Roger Maris in his 61 home run record, tied for the most in American League history. And get this, Aaron Judge's 61st home run and the tying of the record comes 61 years after Roger Maris hit his 61 home runs back in 1961. Some 61ception, I dare say. The Yankees start their second to last series tonight as they host the Baltimore Orioles at Yankee Stadium. Now on to the Mets. On Tuesday, they suffered a tough loss to the Miami Marlins, and on Wednesday night, it was looking like the same result, until Eduardo Escobar had a game for the ages, driving in 5 RBIs, including a walk-off single in the bottom of the 10th inning to carry the Mets to a 5-4 win. Now with some momentum to uplift them, they face off tonight against the Atlanta Braves, the team that is only one game behind them in the division. This weekend series between the two teams is guaranteed to be some must-watch baseball, so make sure you tune in. There's nothing better than watching two teams that are so hungry for a win, especially with so much on the line and this late in the season. Now it's time for some football. The Cincinnati Bengals look to continue their win streak Thursday night as they hosted one of the best teams in football, the Miami Dolphins, and look to do so in their brand new white jerseys. The Bengals came out with a 27-15 victory, with T. Higgins and Jamar Chase combining for 205 receiving yards. Maybe it was New Jerseys, or maybe the reigning AFC champs are back in their groove. Now looking forward to some Sunday football action. The New York Giants look to bounce back after Monday's loss to the Cowboys as the Chicago Bears are in town. The New York Jets are also looking for some redemption as they visit the Pittsburgh Steelers. And according to multiple reports, Zach Wilson has been medically cleared and is expected to make his season debut on Sunday for the Jets. Two elite quarterbacks in action, Josh Allen and the Buffalo Bills visit Lamar Jackson and the Baltimore Ravens. Then on Sunday night, a rematch from the big game just 2 seasons ago. Patrick Mahomes and the Kansas City Chiefs visit Tom Brady and the Tampa Bay Buccaneers. No Montclair sports were played on Thursday, but Saturday features 5 teams in action, including the women's volleyball team in a tri-match, field hockey, women's soccer, and men's soccer. Hope everyone has an amazing start to October this weekend. Lara, back to you.
Thanks so much for sports, Ben. Before we get into Am I in the Wrong, we would like to give a very special shout out to our loyal Facebook viewer, David Burns from Cedar Hills, Texas. So thank you so much for tuning in.
Thank you so much.
All the way from Texas.
Wow.
We appreciate you
Wow.
tuning in. Thank you so much. But you guys, it's time for Am I in the Wrong?
Oh my goodness. I'm so excited.
Okay. For those of you who don't know what Am I in the Wrong is, this is where we go on Reddit. Well, I go on Reddit and we are going to decide whether this person with this story is in the wrong or not. But a little disclaimer before we get into the story. These are not our personal experiences. These are our questions, situations from users on Reddit, and it is under a very specific subreddit. Let's kick off. Am I in the wrong for my reaction when I learned that my fiance returned my wedding dress and replaced it with the one his mom picked for me?
Oh my god, that is a
Wow.
big
What's
no-no.
that title?
I know. I think we already know our answer. I think we know our answer, but we're going to start it off anyway. My fiance, 33 male, and I, 26 female, are getting married in December. His mom is the intrusive type, but she's nice overall, and we somewhat get along. I hate to admit that the wedding planning has been an absolute nightmare. His mom wasn't willing to agree on most things. My fiance said that since sorry guys. My fiance said that since he's her only son, that I should respect and appreciate this vision she has for the wedding and how it should be. She insisted on coming along for wedding dress shopping. I took her with me and my mom and friends. I was so lucky to have found what I was looking for. But she picked a dress that she liked so much, and she said, quote, that she always pictured her son's bride in it. My mom and friends thought this was really creepy and out of line. I thought the dress was somewhat creepy as well and totally not my type. I apologized and thanked her for her vision, but told her that I already decided on a dress that I had envisioned myself wearing at the wedding. She got mad because of it, and apparently sorry you guys, like this story is like baffling me that I can't read. She got all mad of it because as future in-laws might do, and then must have told my fiance because he came home in the evening ranting about how I made his mom upset and turned down her help in choosing the wedding dress and excluding her from the process. He said that I should consider the dress his mom wanted me to buy, especially knowing that both dresses weren't that much different anyway. She said, but I told him yes, they were different, like really different. Probably in theory, they're probably different cuts, different styles. I totally believe the bride with her dresses. Anyway, we argued about it, but then we dropped it. Yesterday, I came home and found out that he had returned my wedding dress and replaced it with the one his mom wanted. I called him and he was straightforward about what he did and why he did it. I lost it and started screaming at him. He asked me to calm down and really give this dress a chance. I then went to stay with one of my friends, and he kept calling me and texting me saying that I overreacted and that it was his wedding too, so it wasn't cool how I screamed at him. He insisted I gave this dress a chance. He went on and on about how his mom had good intentions and just wanted what was best for me as her future daughter-in-law. My mom is livid and has been wanting to go scream at him and his mom, but my dad said that this wasn't worth ruining my relationship with my in-laws. He suggested I wisen up and go with the flow, but it is too much for me to be able to pick my own wedding dress without being guilted about it and to just keep the peace. Am I in the wrong for this reaction?
Okay.
No.
Oh no.
Let it
No. Just I'm just trying to let it all sink in right now.
Yeah.
That
Oh,
is
no.
like
Process.
a wedding dress.
Sorry, you guys. That was a lot of information thrown at you.
Return and replace.
Listen, a wedding dress is like probably the most important aspects to a wedding day. It's a milestone. I actually was a bridal stylist in the past, and like,
Wow.
yeah, I worked at David's Bridal last year, and the training, like, you really have to make sure this woman feels like the queen of the entire world. And for you to return a wedding dress, that's just like, oh my goodness, reminds me of Monster-in-Law,
Your
the movie.
future wife's wedding dress because your mom wanted a different one. That's your wife.
No.
She could pick her own dress, the mother of the bride dress. Do whatever you want with that.
No.
Honestly,
I feel so bad for this
oh
woman
my
right
god. Okay,
Yeah.
the mother-in-law is giving me vibes that she would wear white to the wedding. Or no,
Yes.
she would wear
She
like
would steal the attention.
she would claim it's like, oh, it's an ivory, it's like an off-white.
No.
No, girl.
That's white.
That is illegal. I mean, it's not illegal, but it's completely illegal. PSA, please do not wear white to a wedding.
Please don't. I did
No.
that actually. It was
Did you?
I did that. But
Angela.
it was okay, but in my defense,
Was it an
like-
off-white?
no, it was ivory actually.
Yeah.
But it was like a cocktail dress, and I was like 14, so I
Okay.
kind of looked like a huge like flower girl. but like I learned my lesson. I remember hearing about it, like looking it up the day of the wedding. And I went up to the bride and I was like, oh my God, I'm so sorry. She's like, no, I love your dress. But she was also just like really in like the wedding honeymoon vibe. So I feel like it just
Yeah.
like
It like moved past her.
yeah.
You were
but
also 14 at the time, so I feel
it
like she was a
cupcake
little
dress.
like
It was like a literal cupcake dress.
she
So
was
I
more
think it
chill
was
about
okay.
it.
Yeah. It was a
Maybe if you were older, she would have been
Oh,
like
yeah.
more annoyed.
Yeah.
Absolutely. But yeah, don't wear white to someone's wedding. babe.
Please do not. But this was so out of pocket.
So out of
Are
pocket.
you-
I
No,
can't believe
yeah.
it.
You returned your fiance's wedding dress that she picked out to the one that your mom wanted her to wear.
Yeah.
Because
He acted out on his mom's what his mom wanted, because he could have easily said, no, mom, we're not doing that. It's her special day. She could do whatever she wants. But he what's the word for it? He acted on what she wanted, which is
He's like a little
a
mommy.
once in a lifetime event,
yeah.
hopefully. And
Can't with the mama's
ruin that.
voice.
She's a momzilla. not a bridezilla.
Yeah.
I have no words.
No.
She is not in the wrong.
No, she's not.
Oh,
Not at
no
all.
way.
She
What
has
a
the 100% right to
definitely
be
not.
upset.
What a sweetheart. This poor thing. I think she should call off the wedding.
Because
Just because of this one.
Because
Like,
wedding, a therapy session.
Think about like her relationship status because of this.
nope. Dump.
That's
Goodbye.
because that's
Yeah,
a really big
it's a red
problem.
flag.
Huge
Yeah.
red flag.
Do you guys know, okay, this is gonna be really niche, but if you guys don't know, if you do, that's great, but if you don't, it's fine. There's this poster at Spencer's, and it's the four Bratz dolls, and at the top it says dump him. I would personally gift that to her
Oh,
because that is
absolutely.
a sign to dump him.
I feel
That would
like-
not fly with me.
Yeah, I
Mm-mm.
mean, I feel like if he and the mother, which I have something else to say about that, but I'll say that after. If him and the mother bought the other dress separately and maybe gave her the option, that's a little different. We talk
Oh,
about it. We
yeah.
have a little discussion.
Yeah.
But going behind her back, taking her dress that she picked out that she really liked, returning it, and getting the one the mother wanted without even consulting her about it, that's where it's wrong and very like
Yeah.
fishy.
This fiance is giving Oedipus Rex. And for those of you who don't know what that is, let me take you back to some literature. I think it was Greek. I think Greek author wrote it.
Mhm.
It's about this guy who literally like falls in love with his mother.
Freud.
Yeah.
Whoa.
Yeah, I know.
Wow.
Getting a little controversial here on the morning buzz.
No,
But
that I mean,
it's
it is a
giving-
book. It is a book, and
It
you know,
is.
Freud actually did talk about that mothers fall in love with their sons, and our vice versa, sons fall in love with their mothers. And you know, there's a show out on Hulu, I think Hulu, and it's something about a mama's boy, like I fell in love with a mama's boy or something like that. And I watch clips of it on TikTok, and let me say, I am disturbed sometimes
Is it
by
on?
how obsessed these moms are with their sons, and these girlfriends are like
They
They're-
put up with it.
they put up with that's the thing
No,
though. Why are
you
you
can't
putting
put
up
up
with
with
that?
that.
Like I would
No.
leave in an instant.
Show your talk. Is it I Love a Mama's Boy on TLC or is it
Oh,
another
TLC,
one?
TLC. It's definitely TLC.
of course it's TLC.
Listen, I will.
I
that
love a
show
mama's
makes me
boy.
Livid. I just like. How do you put up with like? I would not be able to put up with like 20 minutes of what those women go through. I
would-
really wouldn't be able to.
Mine would
Absolutely
be
not.
5. Mine would be 5.
5 minutes. Yeah,
Yeah.
probably 30 seconds.
They're probably staying now for their like 15 minutes of fame
Fame.
though, because they're on TV. So that's
getting it
probably a
some time.
reason. And I don't know if it's over dramatized, but to be honest, I feel like this happens every single day. So I wouldn't be shocked if it wasn't over the top and dramatic. So
Yeah.
Man,
But
it's crazy.
final vote, she is not in the wrong.
no.
That
No.
fiance, hey babes, by any chance you might be listening, if you want, you should think about dumping him.
Dump
Yeah.
him, girlfriend.
But we're gonna take a very short break here on the Morning Buzz, and we're gonna hit you with some entertainment news when we come back. We are going to be talking about a certain Netflix show this is gonna be quite interesting. I don't even know how to tease it besides this is interesting. So please, if you feel like it, stay tuned. we are back here on the Morning Buzz here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. We're going to dive into some entertainment news, and I'm going to hand it right off to Amanda.
Yeah, let's just get it started. So, yeah, this is wild.
I'm preparing myself for you to start talking, honestly. I'm like, oh my God.
Yeah. So Netflix has removed the LGBTQ tag from the Jeffrey Dahmer limited series. The show, starring Evan Peters as the notorious serial killer, launched September 21st on the streaming platform and was categorized under the LGBTQ tag for at least 2 days. A source with knowledge of the situation confirmed to Variety that the LGBTQ tag was officially removed by Friday, September 23rd. The decision to categorize Dahmer as LGBTQ content ignited controversy on social media, with many subscribers condemning Netflix for the decision. The tag is normally used to spotlight shows such as Heartstopper and Sex Education, both of which include LGBTQ characters and subject matter in the positive light. Dahmer technically does feature an LGBTQ character. Sorry, I could not see, the text is moving.
My bad.
It's okay. Dahmer technically does feature an LGBTQ character since the serial killer was a gay man. But as one subscriber wrote on TikTok, quote, "This is not the representation we're looking for."
Oh, speaking of more TV, we have Mila Kunis. I love Mila Kunis.
I love her.
Oh, but Mila Kunis says Jackie ends up with the wrong guy on that 70s show spinoff.
True that.
All right, Mila Kunis. I love her so much. Anyway, Mila Kunis has expressed disapproval of her character Jackie's relationship status on the new spinoff of that 70s show. In April, Netflix announced that it was going forward with that 90s show, a sequel to the hit sitcom that Kunis and real-life husband Ashton Kutcher, also Kelso, starred in for the entirety of its 8-season run. It's a long time. Launching in 1998, the series first introduced snobby Jackie as Kelso's on-again, off-again younger girlfriend. However, during their off periods, she dated Hyde and Fez and eventually ended up with the latter in the series finale. With Kunis set to reprise her role in the forthcoming sequel, she spoke to Access Hollywood, arguing against Jackie's rekindled relationship with Kelso in that 90s show. She said, quote, "My husband and I are together in the new show, which is weird because we shouldn't have been. Also, he was married when that 70s show ended to Shannon Elizabeth's character." Okay.
I like that they ended up together.
Yeah, me too.
Okay, I'll be honest with you guys. I haven't finished that 70s show. I know.
You should definitely finish it because it's such a good show. But I don't want to ruin it for you, but she ends up with
Fez.
And
Why did she end up with Fez?
That's what I'm saying. That was the worst creative decision. Sorry. I love that 70s show, but the fact that she ended up with Fez was the worst thing they could have ever done. I
agree.
loved her with Hyde. Her and
Really?
Hyde, great. Yeah, her and Kelso, fantastic.
I liked Kelso. Her and Kelso.
But her and
They were
Fez,
toxic.
They were toxic. But her and Fez,
It makes no sense.
yeah.
It makes no sense. And plus, we know all the drama with the actor who plays Fez. So. Anyway,
Yeah, there's a lot of drama with a lot of the actors from that show. Actually,
worry.
But
we're gonna catch you guys up here on the Morning Buzz.
yeah.
So, for those of you who do not know, the actor who played Fez on that 70s show was dated Demi Lovato when she was 17 years old, and he was 29.
What?
Yes, and this all came to light because of her new song 29, which came out a few weeks ago.
Oh, wow.
And it's about him. Yep.
Oh, goodness.
Yeah. But back to Mila Kunis and that 70s show. I really liked that 70s show when I was watching it. And a good portion of people said to me, "You give me Jackie vibes," and I totally understand. Like, not the snobby, but the I don't know.
I could see it. I could
Right,
see it.
I can see it. Yeah.
That's so funny because in high school we were like doing this thing of which characters you are, and a lot of people said I was Jackie too, so I thought that was really funny. But I've always felt like more of
You're
a Donna.
You're a Donna.
Just because
100%.
I'm very tall, so I've always felt like more of a Donna. I think personality wise, maybe a Jackie, but looks wise, maybe a Donna.
I don't know. I feel like Jackie's like kind of like that chill, cool girl kind of vibe, and I think you have that.
Who, Donna?
Yeah, Donna.
Oh yeah. Oh,
I don't
thank
know.
you. That's just my radio persona.
Period.
Not me in real life.
I don't know. I feel like you definitely have a mix of both.
I do. It depends on my mood. But anyway, enough
So-
about me.
Someone, someone actually gonna say this last part, and then we're gonna go back to the fact. Someone actually told me I look like Mila Kunis one time, and I
You
just went,
do. You do have that
really
vibe.
do.
Your hair is giving right
It's the
now.
Thank
I was
you.
literally the hair. It's the
Stop.
hair.
I'm blushing, you guys. Stop it. I love Mila Kunis, like genuinely. But I really do think I do think Jackie ended up with the right person in the sequel.
Oh yeah, I thought you were gonna say it was good that she ended up with Fez.
No,
Like, girl,
No, it makes no sense.
it doesn't make
make any
sense. I mean, even her relationship, like I was saying before, with Hyde, like during the show, kind of lived for that. Like I watched that in high school, and I was like, wow, this is everything. Like enemies to lovers. Like they hate each other, and now they're in love. So
There's
really everything.
there's also not drama, but I don't know what happened with the actor who played Hyde.
Oh, he got arrested for 4 counts of something bad. So
Oh wow.
yeah, he was not a good guy. Also, his birthday is the same day as mine. So
Stop. I'm sorry.
a lot of
Queen.
Pisces, does that mean like Pisces have a bad reputation? Like I'm like, hey guys, all these people are Pisces, but they're all bad.
Stop it.
Yeah.
I think it just depends on the other placements. I love astrology.
I
It
know.
really depends. But okay. Okay, oddly enough, all of our entertainment news revolved around TV today.
Oh my gosh, yeah,
'Cause,
it
like,
does.
They really
The
do.
next story. Wait, the next story. Have we seen this show?
a
No, I
little
never
bit,
watched it.
just because I have family members that are fans of it.
Okay.
So
Yeah.
And Amanda, have you guys watched
A
this?
little bit,
Okay.
not too much.
Okay. Well, let's stop teasing the people. Let's tell them what it
Yeah,
is.
right.
right.
So we're talking about The Walking Dead.
Right.
In an interview with Empire Magazine, per a report from Comic Book, veteran makeup master and mainstay director with The Walking Dead, Greg Nicotero, says he is proud of the upcoming series finale. Since the horror drama debuted on AMC in 2010, Greg has served as the makeup designer for both the parent series and spin-off Fear the Walking Dead. With the series wrapped, he reflected on directing the show's final ever episode. To bring the horror series across the finish line after 11 seasons and 177 episodes, Greg declared that he had put his quote, heart and soul into it. It was rough. I said to Norman Reedus one day, man, if I could make it through this, I could do anything. I can direct a Star Wars movie. I can direct anything that lands in front of me. I'm proud of it. The Walking Dead returns to AMC and AMC Plus from October 2nd, with the final 8 episodes of season 11 airing weekly and completing the trilogy. If you're after more content from The Walking Dead, take a look at Flick Lester's review for the mid-season finale to season 11B.
If you want.
If,
If you want
if
to.
you so choose to. As one series concludes, the Walking Dead universe expands with the upcoming spin-off featuring Maggie and Negan, which recently received a title change.
Okay, you guys. I remember when this show came out when I was 8 years old.
Yeah.
And now that I'm sitting here as a 20-year-old and it's finally ending, I remember when the show came out and when it was continuing and it had everybody in a chokehold.
I thought it was
So much
never going to
hype.
end,
Everybody.
to be honest.
I don't know.
Like the Grey's Anatomy of horror, just like
Yes.
lasting forever.
Is Grey's Anatomy still on?
I wouldn't be surprised if it still is.
Think so.
Is it?
Is Grey's Anatomy ending?
No.
Never.
Yeah, it's not.
No.
Wait, the show is officially coming. Okay. As of July of this year, according to Glamour, the show is officially coming back for a 19th season. Okay.
Wow.
PSA, in my humble opinion, Grey's Anatomy is overrated.
I've never seen
I've
it.
never seen
Agree
it.
on you on that, Laura.
Like, okay, like my roommate puts it on and I'm just like watching it like with no context. And I'm just like, what's so fascinating about this?
I just don't get it.
I don't
I don't know
either.
if it's because I'm not interested in like being a surgeon or anything. Like,
Lara, what you said is super relatable because I've never seen like any Grey's Anatomy, but I remember I used to be friends with this girl who used to watch it, and I was at her house once, and I remember she was crying because one of the main characters passed away, like so sad, and like he had like a code word, and like everyone was crying, and she was crying, and I was watching, and I was like, what is happening? And she was like, this is the most emotional part. And I was like, this is the first episode I've ever watched. Like, I have no emotional attachment to these characters, but yeah.
I don't understand the hype. I mean, I get crying over a character. I understand that. I have done that as a dormant fangirl. Yes, I understand. I'm kind of out of my fandom phase a little bit. But I am in my emo phase again. But if you
Me
want
too, girl.
if you want, you can tune into my emo phase Wednesdays, 1 p.m. to 2 p.m. here on WMSC up in Montclair. But Grey's Anatomy is really overrated. But the worst part, we're gonna bring it back to The Walking Dead. Another staple show that kind of just had the entire media in a chokehold. I can't believe it's ending, and I can't believe the director said, quote, I could do anything now. I can direct a Star Wars movie. I can direct anything that lands in front of me. Good for him, but my lord, no. Like, I'm sure the director did a great job of bringing the script to life, but I'll be honest with you, as soon as season 5 hit of The Walking Dead, I just stopped watching because I was not interested
Really?
anymore. This is going to be some news to everybody here because I never confessed this live on air yet because I say things all the time on air. I also my undying love for Gerard Way, but we're not talking about him right now. I had the biggest crush on Carl Grimes in 8th grade.
I
And
knew you
for
were gonna say
what?
that.
And for what?
I feel like every girl did. Because I knew you were gonna say that because I was thinking the same thing because I felt the same exact way when I was in middle school.
Chandler Riggs had I don't understand why.
You know, he really was big. And that one guy, I've never seen this show Shameless, but I know everyone was like obsessed with that guy.
What's his name? He
I
has a weird
don't.
name. I'm
It's at
looking
the
it up.
tip of my.
Right?
I
I know you're talking
Feel
about though.
ashamed.
'Cause everyone
Oh.
was obsessed with
No,
it.
because I've been recently watching that show and I don't remember his name.
What's his name?
I don't
Flip.
Liv. Yeah,
That's his
everyone
name.
was obsessed with him too. I've also never seen Shameless. I feel like a bad, like, I don't know how to say it. I don't watch TV unless it's like Family Guy or SpongeBob. So I don't really watch TV. So it's hard for me to oh, and that 70 show I watched.
Well, duh.
But yeah, obviously. So yeah, it's hard for me to speak on these things, but it is crazy that The Walking Dead is coming to an end after 11 seasons.
The Walking 11?
Crazy.
Yeah.
Okay.
That's pretty cool.
Sorry, I just that processed in my brain.
Yeah.
Wait.
11 seasons.
11 seasons, 177 episodes.
That's
That
impressive.
part.
Are you serious? Uh, Honestly, good for The Walking Dead because it had a long run,
It
but
did.
it's about
Yeah.
time it ended. And it's about time this segment has ended. We are going to go on a very short break here on the Morning Buzz, and we're going to be playing some My Chemical Romance because I'm behind the board, and whenever I'm behind the board, I get to play emo music. But we're going to kick it to some Danger Days by My Chem, and this is The Only Hope for Me Is You. Welcome back here on the Morning Buzz here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. I'm your host, Lara Ziccardi, and we again have lovely people in studio today. I think I do the whole rundown. I'm your host, Lara Ziccardi, my co-host, Amanda Gaudiosi, our segment host, Nicole Pissarro, our sportscaster, Ben Tomaszewski, and our newscaster, Angela Guerrero. Did I say your last name correctly?
Yes, you did.
You nailed my last name.
I did it!
Perfect.
Yeah! Sorry, I've been like struggling. I was like this morning, I was like brushing my teeth. I'm like, okay, it's Tomaszewski, right? Yeah. So I got it.
The
But
confidence is there.
yeah, I mean, confident. Hey, confidence really carries you, man. But weird news also carries me. I'm gonna let Amanda kick it off with the weird news.
Yeah, it's a short one, but it is strange.
It's a good one.
Yeah, short, sweet, but it is strange. So mermaiding is the sport of using a monofin with a fabric tail and learning how to move like a mermaid. Says mermaid instructor Iziel Nair says, quote, the sport is a full body workout and has other health benefits. Since it's for fun, it's for fantasy. It's therapy. The sport is becoming increasingly popular with its own mermaid school in South Africa's Johannesburg. Mer School.
I want to do.
I know, right? I kind of want to do it.
That's
Who
cool.
wants to play mermaids?
I have a pink tail. I'm
Go
the
play
pink
mermaid.
mermaid. I'm the pink mermaid. My tail is pink.
I think I don't know. I think mine be purple with
mermaid.
sparkles. Again, for those of you who are confused, I'm sorry. I'm just trying to explain like this trend on TikTok. There's a bunch of kids, well, not kids, but when like most of us were kids, we would always be like, "Do you want to play mermaids?" And we used to like swim in the pool.
We
pretend
really
mermaids.
all did it.
Oh yeah.
And now like on TikTok, a lot of people like make like these TikToks of, like, "Do you want to play mermaids?" And, like they're in the pool, like just trying, just a nice little throwback. I want to be a real mermaid.
Me too. Ben, have you ever played mermaids?
Maybe.
Did your sister make you play mermaids?
I'll admit, yes.
Shout out to your sister there.
Seems kind of cool though.
I want to
I
see
don't
if
know.
mermaid.
It's interesting.
Actual mer
A mer school. That's
Like
It's
unleashing
therapy,
your
they say.
mermaid.
I do say that.
it's because you could like escape your reality and just go into the fantasy world of mermaids. When
That's
you play.
so cool.
Wish it was me,
I
TBH.
kind of need that in my life.
Enroll me into Mer School.
Yeah, like where do I sign? Like send the
Next week
tuition
we're
and
gonna be vlogging.
application.
Do any?
School.
Where's Summit County, NJ?
They have a Mer School.
It's by Millburn and Springfield. Yeah, I think there's one in
Are you
there.
serious?
What?
Yeah. Morning bus
Field trip.
Yep. Oh, this is so adorable.
Friday
Oh!
morning buzz goes to mer school.
Oh my goodness.
That's a lot of money that I don't have right now. We're gonna postpone this.
Yeah.
Postpone the field trip. I love how the instructor says it's therapy. That
Yeah.
makes me really happy.
Because
Okay, there's one in Barnegat, which is by Tom's River, which is really cool. I love how they're just out and about. Like these are things. Because I don't know, I feel like back when we were kids, this would never be a thing.
no, not at all. No.
I feel like when everyone was a kid, okay, maybe I'm just strange, but I feel like we all did like a weird thing in the pool. And two of like my weird things, I used to always put a bucket over my head and go underwater so it would create like an air bubble so I could breathe underwater in
That's
the
cool.
bucket.
Oh, I never
Did
thought
no
of
one
that.
ever do
I never thought of that.
We used to do that all the time. We used to just put our heads in buckets and be like, "See ya," go underwater. And have little air pockets.
It's like the movie Pirates of the Caribbean. They did it in the first movie where like they brought a whole boat underwater and like they're like keeping the air bubble.
Yeah, listen.
I don't know if I've ever seen that, but
It's
you know what I'm
like-
talking about. You know what I'm talking about.
It's like when you're playing Minecraft and you go into an abandoned ship and you bring doors and it creates like an air pocket.
That's what I'm saying. That's what I was doing. I was ahead of my time there.
Science rules.
No one else ever did that.
No,
Okay.
I see weird things in the pool too. Like my sister and I, we used to have like tea parties underwater.
What?
Like, no, it really wasn't a tea party because we didn't have like teacups or anything. We would
You'd
just sit
pretend.
Just
underwater
really
and pretend to talk.
I don't have a purple sparkly mermaid tail right now, but you guys can imagine it.
Yeah,
Yeah, all right.
absolutely.
Yeah.
The thing that I still do actually, which I'm about to crack up because it's so funny. But me and my friends still we still do this where we go underwater when we're swimming. We actually just did it this summer. We go underwater and we say words and we try to guess what the other person is
Oh
saying.
my god.
I don't care that I'm 22 years old. I will forever be screaming underwater to make sure my friends know what I'm saying.
Sharks and
Oh my
minnows.
god.
Sharks and minnows.
Oh yes.
Mhm.
Us camp counselors be playing sharks and minnows. I used to play that all the time with the kids over the summer. Like that was so fun.
So
Yeah.
many childhood
I
memories.
love pool games.
Guys, let's go swimming.
No, my friends and I,
Right?
we make up the weirdest games. We have like a murder mystery game we play in the
Ooh.
pool, and like I
Really?
can never explain it because it's very confusing. Like it makes no sense. We just like
Wait,
go along with it.
you know when someone's explaining the rules of a game and they just go in one ear out the other?
Yes,
Oh, yeah.
that is the murder
That's
mystery game.
definitely.
I don't know. All this swim talk has got me hungry.
Yes.
But we're in luck because McDonald's is selling Happy Meals to adults with a twist.
I'm so
We're just healing our inner child right now.
We really are.
The Hamburglar is back and they're a baddie. But this time it's for adults. McDonald's is bringing back its family of recognizable figurines in a new adult Happy Meal, which, yes, of course, it includes the toys. Beginning October 3rd, also known as Mean Girls Day, because it's October 3rd,
Yes.
customers can order a cactus plant flea market box, a Big Mac, or a 10-piece chicken McNugget with a fry and a drink. The meal is in a collaboration between the streetwear brand and the fast food chain as it digs deeper into nostalgia. The food will be served in a specially designed box that could trigger some memories of Happy Meals from the olden days. Toys include redesigned takes on McDonald's famous mascots, including Grimace, the Hamburglar, and Birdie, plus a new one named Cactus Buddy. Okay, here's the thing though. I feel like this is marketed towards people older than us because
Just a little older,
when when we were kids, we didn't really have the I knew of them, but we didn't really have the Hamburglar or Grimace.
No, we didn't. It was like
Grimace.
always toys that were based off of like a new movie coming out or anything like that. So, but I'm excited. I mean, I'm guilty. I still get Happy Meals to this day. I
Period.
still do. as a
Yeah, why
20-year-old.
not?
Why not?
Period.
But wow, that's exciting.
I think
I want a Grimace toy.
Me too.
He's hilarious. I just looked him up on Google and he's just a big purple guy.
wait, what?
Just look up Grimace.
Wait, I have a question. Can Squishmallows make a Grimace Squishmallow?
I would be first in line.
Oh my god, that's like a Shark Tank idea right there.
Oh, and put it in the Happy Meal.
Okay, but I want a big one. I want a big one.
Oh,
Like,
yeah.
I want to hug. I want to hug it.
That's so
I would.
cool.
I would absolutely. Okay, I'm also surprised that Squishmallows don't have like Sesame Street Squishmallows, unless they do. I
Oh,
don't know.
Muppet Squishmallow.
I want a Kermit.
I want a Kermit the Frog.
You guys, speaking of Kermit the Frog, I went thrifting last week and I found this beautiful mug of Kermit in a trench coat and a fedora.
Oh my gosh.
He was $3, and that's the best $3 I've ever spent. I love Kermit.
Love Kermit, and I love the Muppets. Anyone who knows me knows I
Yes.
cry when the Muppet theme song comes on just because of how much I love Kermit and love the Muppets. So
I love the Muppets so much.
I will cry. I just love
I
Kermit.
want to make you cry.
Like I'm crying. I'm like, I love Kermit. No, but he's so cute, and I love him. And the Muppets has just always made me happy.
I
so.
love Kermit
They put
so
a smile on
much.
your face. They always do.
I love Kermit. Also, the memes of Kermit just really just give me.
They are so funny.
I think my
Thinking about them.
You are a Cookie Monster.
I think my favorite one of Kermit is like the one where it's like the cute little Kermit and he's like with like the blushy face.
Yes, and the little hearts around him.
That's
Just, like,
the
he's
cutest
just
one.
sitting there with his like little hands on his face.
Well, there's the one of him where he's like sips tea.
Oh, that was iconic.
Yeah, where he's like drinking. Yeah, look at him. He's sipping this
Sipping
tea.
his Lipton tea.
That
Mhm.
is iconic.
I wanted to be Kermit for Halloween one year with like a onesie.
Oh, that's cute.
That is so
That's
cute.
comfy.
I know.
Oh yeah.
Like, when am I ever gonna wear that again?
Can we have a onesie day? I'm
That's
sorry.
such a
just
good
like literally
idea.
popped up in my head. Can we have a
We
onesie
should
day?
do that.
I think we should. I don't know if I have one, but I think we
I'll
should.
go out and buy one.
Say.
Yeah.
Onesies are a lot for
So fun.
me.
I'm pretty sure I'm
How about onesie/pajama day?
We could do pajama day.
Let's do pajama day. Okay.
Yeah.
Onesies are just a lot. We
I've
talked
just-
about.
Yeah.
Let's just like I feel like do I get into this right now? We don't have a lot of time, but I'm like thinking about it. Like last year, or I keep doing last semester on the morning buzz, we were talking about like things that give us the ick, and I said it gives me the ick when people wear onesies. Like, do you remember that? I was like, yeah, when guys wear onesies, it like makes me give me the ick. I don't know why, but like when guys wear feety pajamas, like it just rubs me the wrong way. Like, why are you like?
I could wait.
Right?
Weird.
Yes.
You know what? Feety pajamas do give me the ick. Like me, like if I were to wear some,
For an adult, it's like
Yeah, adult now.
no, but like okay, but like my feet are covered when I like to sleep. I don't like to wear socks. Nicole,
I like wearing
oh,
socks.
yeah.
These I love.
We're not talking about this, Nicole. We're gonna
Nicole,
get heated
you're
again.
in timeout. Anyway, please, Amanda. Next story. No, you're in timeout. Your mic is off. Your fader is down. You're in timeout. No, I was kidding. Okay, we need. Okay, pumpkin.
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 So, a Motor Lodge receptionist who was yelled at in front of staff and guests for purchasing a pumpkin has been awarded more than $21,000. You heard that right, folks. Michelle Smith was working at Fitzherbert. That is correct. Regency Motor Lodge.
Fitzherbert.
Fitzherbert Regency Motor Lodge in Palmerston North when she quit, claiming she was unjustifiably dismissed in 2019. Smith's employment was transferred from a company that leased from the motel, and she began working at the receptionist in March 2018. But 6 months later, the owner of the motel yelled at Smith after she bought a pumpkin. Smith told the Employment Relations Authority, quote, "I purchased a pumpkin to be used in the preparation of a meal for a school group. It was one of the wider items purchased, but my boss was angered by the purchase and berated me in front of both staff and guests. The criticism extended to the purchases of breakfast items. In a recent ERA decision, Smith claimed she was bullied and abused in the workplace. Smith claimed her resignation was forced, and she then raised a personal grievance. Loftus ordered the Motor Lodge to pay Smith $3,481 in lost wages and $18,000 as compensation for humiliation, loss of dignity, and injury to feelings."
Okay, first of all, hotel, motel, Holiday Inn would never.
Mr. Worldwide.
You guys. Okay. I heart pumpkin though. I mean, I want okay. So she was doing it for preparation for a school group. I wonder what she was making. Was it pumpkin pie? Was it pumpkin soup? Was it, I don't know what other pumpkin things. Pumpkin muffins, pumpkin cookies, pumpkin coffee. I don't know. Cake is a good one. Cake is a good one.
I feel bad for her because, getting yelled at in front of people is always very embarrassing. She just bought a pumpkin. So, I mean, I feel bad, but at the same time, never mind. I was going to say, at least she got that money. But again, she lost her job. So, I mean, I don't know if it's like,
Yeah.
but maybe she'll find a better job and she got that money.
Exactly.
So, you know what?
I was gonna. Oh, by the way, this story was set in New Zealand. So I don't know.
Oh.
I don't think New Zealand seems like the type of people to really celebrate pumpkin spice or pumpkin. I don't know. They just kind of.
That is a very US holiday.
I cannot confirm because I don't know, so don't quote me on this. I don't know if New Zealand is anti pumpkin spice, but I definitely think this hotel is, so that's unfortunate. Again, hotel, motel, Holiday Inn. Whatever.
Yeah, I just
Mr. Worldwide.
Oh my god.
Oh my gosh.
Mr. Worldwide.
Sorry, I love this.
Pitbull is in the building.
Mr. Worldwide.
I wish he was. I literally wish he was.
I just looked it up, and although pumpkin is available throughout most of the world and pumpkin spice lattes are in 82 countries, the pumpkin spice obsession remains limited to North America. So it really is our shtick. That's our gimmick. We love pumpkin spice here.
We really do. And apparently jewelers also love pumpkin spice. So a jewelry company is selling a pumpkin spice latte ring for 11 grand. The pumpkin
Whoa.
spice craze has reached shimmering new heights thanks to a new engagement ring that may be the perfect way to pop the question for those who are loving all things fall. Angelic Diamonds has created what's being called the world's first pumpkin spice latte ring. The ring is priced at $11,300. It may very well be the world's most expensive pumpkin spice latte merch. The ring features a whipped cream shaped center diamond surrounded by white diamonds and orange sapphires and caps in a cup shaped claw, meant to mimic a warm cup of pumpkin spice goodness. There's also white diamonds, orange sapphires, and emerald shoulder stones decorating each side of the rose gold band. Another feature that may only be equivalent to the wearer, unless they want to share, is a secret message engraved on the side of the band, which says, quote, pumpkin spiced.
Pumpkin spice.
Even the packaging has a pumpkin spice twist. The ring box comes with a cardboard coffee cup wrapper, a pumpkin closure latch, and it smells like pumpkin spice when opened.
Why do I want it?
We love the picture. It looks kind of cool.
It is cool. Like definitely not for like an engagement ring.
It definitely like
That's so
pertains to a certain crowd, but like if you like
Pretty
it, then
Sure.
Very
Pumpkin
also
spice
the
is-
price.
Yeah, the price.
Up
Oh my
there,
goodness.
but-
Yeah.
How much does love cost? $11,000.
Yeah,
Right. For
right?
someone who loves fall, it's just $11,000.
Okay, but like fall weddings have a vibe.
They do.
Yes.
They do.
Yeah, fall weddings are like the top tier weddings. Like it's just the perfect weather.
Yeah, not too hot, not too cold.
Mhm.
Yeah.
You're all set.
Like, okay. Okay, I'm opening the floor to this. If someone proposed to you with a pumpkin spice ring, is it a yes or a no? Or is it a yes and you'd exchange the ring?
So like I would not want a pumpkin spice ring, but it is cool to be like, this is your first world pumpkin spice ring.
Yeah.
Yeah.
Oh yeah.
I mean, I'm looking at the ring right now. I feel like I don't know. I'd probably say no just because of the color. I mean, I do have my dream engagement ring in my mind, so like
Okay.
kind of stick with that.
Do you want to describe it to us?
Oh, let me. Sorry, little Miss Romantic here. Okay, so definitely has to be nice square. You know, we like a good
Okay.
square.
Okay.
We're looking at gold on the actual ring itself. Diamond. I mean, could be 14 karat, but like, you know, like I don't know. I mean, yeah, I definitely do. As long as it's like a nice rectangle. I mean, oh my gosh, if it's like a green like gem or blue, because I like, you know, love little old Hollywood like jewelry vibes. It would definitely have to be that. But to be determined. Whoever was the lucky guy that gets to be my dream engagement ring, there you go. You're already set.
Period. Okay. I kind of like it.
Right?
Like, I'll be
Yeah.
honest.
Just something very classy and elegant, you know. Just, yeah.
Yeah, I don't know why.
Yes.
I'm such a ring person. I love rings.
I
wanna
know,
get
me
more.
too.
But I kind of like the pumpkin spice ring.
Right.
And
Like-
it smells like it when you open the box, which
Ooh,
is so cool.
That's
I do. Okay, one thing I don't like about it, I don't like the diamonds in the center and then the orange around it. Like that's like a little too much for
That's what it
me.
is. That's too much.
I'm a simple girly.
Yeah, simple.
Like band rock, call it a day. That's me.
Yeah, me too. I'm looking at engagement rings right now just because I want an idea for like my future. And I love little gold dainty rings. That's very much my style.
That's pretty.
So like gold, dainty, little diamond. And I wouldn't mind what kind of stone was in it. So if they had like amethyst in it or like rose quartz or like malachite or like some of the cool like crystals like in it.
I know it's the representation behind it. Like, you know, Ariana Grande's engagement ring, the story
Stunning.
behind that. Oh my goodness.
The
when it
pearl,
has-
right?
Oh my god, I
Yes.
cry literally.
Okay.
Hers actually is really gorgeous, actually.
The thing about quartz engagement rings, you're gonna want that ring for a long time, but quartz
Yes.
doesn't have the hardness enough to last a while. Yeah.
Okay, gotcha.
I know my rocks.
Yeah, go girlfriend.
I love crystals. I want to look at Ariana Grande's engagement
It
ring.
is actually stunning. I
It's
just looked
like
at it.
has
I
one
think
of
that
her
might be my dream
grandfather-
ring.
Yeah, it's like her a part of the stone.
Wow.
I think was like her. I think it was her
Her grandfather's, yeah.
Yeah, something like that.
So it's a very simple white gold band, then it has a pearl on the left side and then a slanted oval diamond on the other. And it looks great on her hands as
Absolutely
well.
It does.
beautiful.
It does.
I
Yeah, I definitely want like a square diamond. ring.
Yeah, like
That's-
square,
that's
like
what
rectangle
I want.
diamond.
Yeah.
Doesn't it look so cool?
No, that's
Tell me.
so pretty.
Awesome.
I've been vibing with like, ooh, I just found like this really like, it's not like a perfect oval, but it's like a kind of like a pointed oval. And it's like really like dainty and like a band. I like that. Period. Oh, look at the time. You have been listening to the Morning Buzz here at 90.3 WMSC Upper Montclair. This has been the Friday edition of the Morning Buzz. Just want to thank all of you lovely people for listening to the show and tuning in. And we are going to end our show off with a very special song. Because for those of you who do not know, today is Friday, September 30th of 2022, meaning it is the last day of September. I know. I know this is predictable, but this is Wake Me Up When September Ends by Green Day. And I hope you all have a great rest of your day. Please enjoy the song. Goodbye.